Sponsored by EA. Hey everyone, it's AlluringSimmer here, and if you're new here, then welcome to Planet Allura, and if you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are doing a build and buy overview of the new Sims 4 expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature. Thank you so much to EA for providing me with early access to the new pack. Before we get into today's video, as mentioned earlier, I am part of the EA Creator Program, and you can use my code AlluringSimmer when purchasing Sims 4 DLC, or visit my website at AlluringSimmer.com/creator to see other eligible EA titles that you can use my code AlluringSimmer for when making purchases on the EA app. I want to say to anyone who has used my code, I appreciate you so much. It really does help to support me as a content creator, and it's amazing to see the support you all have shown. So thank you. I will be doing a giveaway of the new pack Enchanted by Nature on the release date, so stay tuned on my socials and follow my Twitch channel to learn how you will be able to enter. Now let's get into today's video. Many years ago, I stumbled upon the enchanted world of Innisgreen, but before I had a chance to explore the world, furniture started to fall from the sky. A calming voice was heard from above, sharing the details of each item as they fell from above, and this is what they said. So today, we are going to be going through all of the build and buy items from the new Sims 4 expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature. I'm going to start with the build items and then we'll go into the buy objects. So the first thing that we got were the wallpapers. We have Into the Starlit Woods, which is the one featured right here with this cute little like woodland sort of pattern, and we have 12 swatches for this wallpaper. We have the Bountiful Birch Beauty Wall, and this one looks kind of like the inner carvings of a tree or like a tree house sort of vibe. Then we have the Masking Moss Stucco, which is just a stucco wallpaper that has little patches of like green moss on it, and it comes in a few different swatches. The next one we have is the Verdant Stone Wall, which I think would be perfect for like an accent wall, or if you wanted to make maybe like kind of like outdoor sort of vibe shower, like a more natural looking shower or bathroom. I think that would be cute. The next wallpaper we got is the Sleek Scale Shingles. It came in 21 swatches. This wallpaper has the most swatches, and it's definitely one that I would see myself using on an exterior a lot for like a cottage sort of build. And then the last wallpaper, which is one that I really like, is called the Nouveau Paneled Glass Wall, and it comes in quite a few different swatches here with this intricate sort of panel design. And then we also got 3 floors. We got the Wildwood Whimsy, the Secret Garden Stone Swirl, and the Dainty Meadow Grass. The Wildwood Whimsy came with 13 swatches, including some like more colorful ones like these ones. We also got the Secret Garden Stone Swirl, which has a lot more like natural swatches, but for some of them the stone patterns are a little bit more colorful, like this one, give that more like magical vibe. And then same thing with the Dainty Meadow Grass. Most of them are like natural green colors with like different colored flowers, and then we have a few that are a little bit more, you know, out of the ordinary. And that was it for all of the wallpaper and flooring. We're now going to get into the foundation. We received one foundation which matches the wallpaper of the Verdant Stone Wall. I'm actually going to put it on the exterior so you can kind of see that all together. This would be cute if you want to make like a castle sort of vibe. It would be really nice for maybe like a cottage. I do like that it matches, and the foundation comes in about 13 swatches. Okay, the next thing we're going to take a look at are the columns. We have the Woodland Knot column, and this column features a beautifully carved pattern inspired by the natural weaving of roots interwoven like a great tree with the strength to support your home. And this one has like similar colors to some of the wallpapers. We have a few more like natural tones and then a few more colorful tones. The next column we received is the Sylvan Spiral column. This one's a little bit more natural. It's a little less intricate than the other design, and it comes in 13 swatches, including some of the more pastel colors as well. Then we have 2 new spandrels, one to match the first column here. This one is the Woodland Knot ceiling rail. This one features intricate patterns patterns that convey natural beauty and craftsmanship, echoing the weaving of branches. And then we have the one to match the second column here, and this is called the Sylvan Spiral ceiling rail. And this one features an interwoven vine-like wood design. This ceiling rail perfectly complements the natural elegance of the Sylvan collections. The next thing I'm going to take a look at are the new fences. We have the woodland knot fence and then the Sylvan spiral fence. As I said before, there's two different styles for everything. I feel like the woodland knot fence gives more of a vibe of something that you could use in your more everyday builds. The woodland knot fence says this sturdy wooden fence features a robust design made to show strength while maintaining the woven design of nature. While I feel like the Sylvan spiral fence is definitely more for like the cottage or fairy aesthetic. It says enclose your garden or yard with spiraling vine work as if dancing beneath lush leaves and bright dainty flowers. And this is what they look like up close. Same thing for this one. And then we have one new set of stairs. It's called the Verdant Stone Stairs, matching this wallpaper here as well as the foundation. I do really like this one. I also could see myself like creating like maybe like a jungle temple sort of vibe. I think that would be cute with these stone steps and like the new wallpapers. And then we also have some stair railings that match the fences. We have the woodland knot railing right here. This stair railing is crafted from rich natural wood featuring intricate knotwork patterns that wind gracefully along its length. The design captures the essence of ancient woodland charm, bringing a touch of rustic sophistication to your staircase. And then we have the branch and bloom railing. The branch and bloom railing transforms your staircase into a vibrant garden path. Ascend with elegant twisting branches adorned with abundant leaves and flowers. Then we're going to take a look at are the gates over here. We have the woodland knot gate. This smaller gate features a carved design resembling a woven leaf, bringing a hint of natural charm to any entryway. And then we have the Sylvan spiral gate. I really love the Sylvan spiral gate. I think it's so pretty. The woodland knot gate also has a cute little intricate design which matches the wood tones of the fencing. It has spiraling wooden arches gracefully overhead, draped with leaves and delicate flowers, creating a welcoming passage that blends natural beauty with woodland magic. Next, we're going to take a look at the doors and windows. We received quite a few doors, all of them at the short wall heights. We'll look at a couple at a time. So this one is called the Sylvan Carved Garden Door. It says, just as a snail carries its home or a rose has its thorns, this beautifully carved wooden door symbolizes the patience, wisdom, and power of nature. And it comes in quite a few different swatches here, and some of them even change the design that appears on the door, which is really cute. Then the next door is called the Sylvan Vale Door. It says, be friendly and you shall pass, or so a wise elder once said. It's hard to choose the most exquisite part. The moss-wrapped wooden frame dotted with tiny mushrooms, or the aged wooden door that once shimmered under the moonlight. And this one comes in same matching tones as the other things in the Sylvan collection. We have another variation of that same door called the Fairy Tale Greetings Door. This door is framed by moss-hugged branches and bellows a warm welcome with a wreath that looks to be gathered from nature. It has like this cute little intricate design on it, similar to the one on the fence gate. And for the next door, we have the Fairy Tale Glass Door. With its seamless design, this glass door invites sunlight to fill your space, blurring the line between indoors and nature. This is one of the doors that features a window so you can see into the inside, and it has these cute swatches matching all the other ones. These are more of the double doors, the glass ones. So the first door here is called the Sylvan Double Door. It says, crafted with rustic wood and shimmering glass, this door adds a touch of woodsy warmth to any home, making every entrance feel like a storybook welcome. The Sylvan Wide Double Door is crafted with weaving branches curving around panes of glass. Even with the abundance of light and feeling of open space, the Sylvan collection maintains a feeling of a cozy forest feeling. And these ones have, again, the more natural tones, and then we also have some colorful tones which feature a different design than the classic ones. Definitely think like if you're a plant lover, nature lover, if you want to have like more of a foresty cabin or cottage vibe, there is still items that I think can work in more everyday gameplay, and then there's items that are definitely more geared towards fairy gameplay. The bigger door also has those swatches with like the wings, and then it has the more classic you know, wood tones. We have the sylvan glass door on the right, charmingly fashioned to resemble greenhouse windows or a peaceful atrium. The natural design of the sylvan woven wood portrays a strong yet soft look for your doorway needs. And let's see if these ones also have like a fairy sort of swatch. They definitely do. This one's a little bit more subtle. Like I could see this one working still for more like everyday builds. And then the last door here is the fairy tale double door. As if a doorway into a magical garden or a great wise tree, this door charmingly awaits, ready to welcome you to a fairy tale. These are the double door versions of the ones that we saw earlier, but we still have quite a few archways. So the first archway is the sylvan wood medium archway. I'm not going to read the descriptions for these ones. They're a little bit similar to the rest of the doors. We have the sylvan spiral medium archway. Then we have the sylvan wood large archway on the right here. And then last but not least, we have the sylvan spiral large archway. And these ones come in all the same swatches as the rest of the doors. These ones I could definitely see myself using quite a bit. I feel like some give more like a cabin vibe and some give more of a storybook sort of cottage vibe. The next thing we're going to look at are the wall sculpture. So we have 3 wall sculptures here. We have the perennial porch, the charmed escape balcony, and the woodland knot corbel. The perennial porch says this little display will last through the seasons as a beautiful decoration for the wall of your home. With a variety of plants, this timeless beauty provides a sense of home and nature all wrapped into one. And this one comes in quite a few different swatches here. I think it's very cute. I think it adds like a little extra detail, and I like that there's a lot of clutter and like overgrowth. I think it looks really good. The next thing is the charmed escape balcony. This balcony lets you escape the mundane day to day and embrace the breathtaking world outside. It gives you a dream-like retreat where you can enjoy the fresh air. Again, it has those more like natural swatches and then the more colorful ones as well. I love the little plants hanging off of it. It looks very cute. And then we also have this corbel here that you can obviously use to match with the spandrels and for the columns, and it comes in all the same color swatches as those. And it says part of the woodland knot collection, this corbel features elegant flowing design that brings natural charm and subtle artistry. Okay, next up we have a lot of windows. So these windows all match the doors. So first up we have the fairy tale medium glass door. We have the sylvan wood petite window. We have the fairy tale small glass window, the sylvan wood tall window, the sylvan wood taller window, the sylvan wood wide glass window, sylvan wood double glass window, and then the sylvan wood wide glass window curved. So this one will work on curved walls. Back to the fairy tale windows, we have the fairy tale medium glass window, small glass window, tall glass window, double glass window, wide glass window, and this one is the curved one. So this one supports curved walls, which is nice. Okay. The next thing we're going to look at are the roof patterns. Ignore the fact that my roofing looks atrocious. But we have the hearthwood roof shingles, and then we have the whispering moss roof blanket. I think this one's really cute if you want to have a lot of plants on the roof because it has a more like natural vibe. And then this one is one that you could use for like your everyday home. There are some more colorful swatches, and then we have some more natural tones as well. And it comes with 21 swatches total. For the whispering moss roof blanket, it comes with 17 swatches, some more natural with the greenery and the flowers, and then some are a bit more colorful. We also have some new roof trims, including the woodland knot roof trim, which you can add to a roof for a more elegant finish look. And then we have the fairy tale roof trim, each of them matching the respected roof patterns. And then we have some roof sculptures. We have the wild uncanny cane, which is a new plant that we can place on the roof. We also have the wild painted plumbiaceae. I don't know how to say that. We have the stacks on stacks chimney. We have whimsy watcher fairy dormer right here. And then we have the mossy marvel fairy dormer. I really like the mossy marvel one. I think that's really cute. You can obviously change the swatch to match up with the roof pattern as you would like. This one comes in a few colorful and more natural swatches. Same with these plants. Then we obviously have the new chimney, which comes in several different metal tones. And then the dormer, which can match the roof and work nicely with it like that. that. It also has a cute little fairy wing at the top of the dormer. The next thing we're going to take a look at are the friezes, and you can put this one that matches the little mossy pattern there. We also have the woodland knot floor trim. That is what it looks like. It matches all the other kind of items from the woodland collection. There is one item for the outdoor water decor which you will get if you order the pack early. I don't remember the exact date you have to order before. I think it's August something. This is one of the items that you can get, and it's called the lofty leaf plant, and it's a fountain decoration. It comes in 13 swatches, some more colorful and then some more natural. And that is everything in terms of build objects. And now we are going to go into the interior so we can see all the new items that you can place in your builds. Now let's look at the buy objects. I'm going to go in the order that it appears right here. So the first thing that I'm seeing is the fairy tale canopy bed. It says, according to legend, master artisans crafted this bed from branches and dreams beneath a moonlit sky designed for Mother Nature herself. And I think this is definitely one of the prettiest like canopy beds that we've received in the game so far. I do feel like we have quite a few canopy beds, but I do like that this one has it going all the way around as opposed to just on the side. And I love the little plants on the top, and the swatches of the bedding is very nice as well. I do think, again, this is definitely more like fairy vibes, but you could also use this if you wanted to create like a more cozy space for your everyday sim. We have the fairy tale bassinet. It says, wrap your baby in the comfort of a fairy tale with this charming bassinet. Designed with a gentle veil, it offers a cozy haven for peaceful slumber, and it has like this cute little bow and a matching canopy. We have some swatches that have little acorns, which are super cute. We have some, it looks like bats, or maybe they're a new creature that I haven't seen yet. We have some with freezer bunnies, some with just like little plants. They're freezer bunny fairies. We have the fairy tale crib. I do like that we got both a bassinet and a crib. I like the little blanket sitting there, and these are all the swatches that we have. They all match the bassinet as well. I think the bedding is also going to have similar swatches. All of them have the same bedding, which I actually really like because, I don't know, it allows you to kind of show like a passage of time with each upgrade as they get older. The next thing we have are the seating here. Now for the side chairs, we have the fairy tale side chair, which says, nature is not always symmetrical, yet it seems to maintain gracefulness. This one armchair is perfect for pondering your plants or any sitting need. We have the fairy tale side cushion chair. This one says similar things. Then we have the forest warway dining chair. Enhance your dining experience with this chair where elegance meets nature. Its organic design and comfort seating brings a touch of sylvan charm to your table. We have the fairy tale burl dining chair. If you've ever dreamed of a magical garden tea party, this is the chair for it, crafted from natural wood with burl and live edges. It almost looks like a flower to sit upon, which I think is really cute. We also have the forest warway bar stool. This stool combines functionality with nature-inspired beauty. Its sturdy construction and earthy design elements create a warm, inviting atmosphere. So those are all the ones from the fairy tale like forest sets. These are the different color swatches. I feel like the fairy tale ones definitely seem more usable in everyday builds. I love the little bee on that. And then these ones are definitely going to be the ones that you're going to be using for fairy builds or more enchanted magical builds because they have little wings and flower petals. You could also use it if you wanted to create a more eccentric build. Maybe you want to do something more maximalist. There are some more like neutral color swatches, so I can definitely see someone be able to sneak their way into like a more regular build, but I definitely think the fairy tale options are probably going to be your best bet. The next armchair we got is the arborist ambiance chair. Inspired by the calm of a forest, the chair features robust lines and woody tones, enhancing your space with a touch of nature. So this one is definitely a lot more natural looking. It has like moss growing on it. It comes in color swatches matching some of the columns and fences we looked at earlier, and I think it's cute for the vibes. Is it something that I think I'll use very often? I don't know, but it definitely matches the aesthetic of the fairy cottage. The next thing we have is the fairy tale shell sofa. Mother Nature's presence extends from the forest to the sea. This sofa, reminiscent of shells forged along the shore, brings a tranquil essence into your home. So we have this one, which I think will be perfect for like my Winx fairy rooms. I think it looks super cute. I could see myself using this quite a bit. I love the shape of it. I like that it's like interesting to look at. I really like this a lot. It's also giving mermaid vibes, so I love that as well. The next thing we have is the perch of petals. This one's like a little wooden bench that has petals kind of scattered across the top of it, and I think this is cute again for what it is. Not something that I can see myself using that often, but definitely good for a fairy cottage or just like an outdoor build. Okay, the next thing we have here is the fairy finds bench. This classic bench is as sturdy as it is artfully crafted. It is simple, classic, and perfect for any outdoor setting. A great spot for a quick rest before heading back into nature. And this is what it looks like. Again, this one is something that I could definitely see being used quite a bit. Just a classic bench. I like the color palette or the color swatches. Definitely could see myself using this a lot. Now we're going to get into the counters that we got. So we got the Burley Basics counter, the Burley Basics counter island, and the Burley Basics cabinet. These are all the swatches. The island and the cabinet are going to come in matching swatches. It has some more natural tones and then some more colorful ones as well, which is nice. As for the island, it says no sim is an island, but this counter sure is. Even still, it works best when used together with the rest of this line of kitchen accessories. Sturdily constructed from rough-hewn wood, these counters will withstand the test of time. Perfect for any sim that wants a taste of the outdoors from the comfort of their indoor kitchen. And this is the Burley Basics counter. The cabinet says, as mighty as the branches from which they've crafted, round out the Burley Basics line and your kitchen. Then we have the Forest Soirees table. I think it's a really cute set. When I was working on the build for my Wings Fairy series, I was looking for items like this that look like little flower petals, so I'm very excited to have them now and be able to use them in their builds. We have a dining table, like a bigger dining table, and this one becomes the heart of an unforgettable garden dinner party. Its live edges flow like the curves of a forest path, inviting guests and family to gather around a piece of nature itself, and we could use it with these chairs here. The timber slice shelf table brings the forest indoors with this beautifully crafted side table. Designed to mimic the natural beauty of cross-cut tree trunks, each shelf tells a story through its rings. Equal parts rustic charm and practical storage, nature never looked so organized. And this one comes in all the same swatches as some of the other items we looked at. The next thing we have is the coffee table. Similarly to the dining table, same swatches. This intricately carved coffee table offers your house guests the perfect visuals for a comfortable evening within your home. The swirled carving will be a conversation piece, an aesthetic highlight for all coffee table adornments. And then we have the floating wreckage shelves. At first glance, these shelves look like they were pieces from a tree, but one has to wonder if these pieces may have been taken from the wreck of the Callioch in the coast of Admore. It has a little piece of lore. I do want to mention, I have been manifesting pirates. I'm still manifesting pirates, hoping we get a pirate pack at some point. The fact that it says from the wreck of the Callioch, it's giving shipwreck, pirates. You see where I'm going with this? I have a feeling I have a feeling. We'll see what happens though, but I would be so excited if we got pirates at some point in the future. The next thing is the fungi fixture shelf. It says ready to create a scene of a lush and magical forest all within the walls of your own home. This fixture shelf will be the perfect addition. Bring the forest inside and display your decorations with this mushroom themed shelf. So we have this shelf here, and then we have the tired toadstool shelves, and you can place items on those, which is really cute. There are some that look a little bit more magical. I could also see myself using this for like alien sims, and then we have ones that are a little bit more natural vibes. Next we have nature's frame dresser. So this is definitely one of those that you can just hang some clothes on. As if created by Mother Nature, this beautiful piece of furniture serves as a perfect frame for your fashion. Set your clothes among the foliage and enjoy the picturesque image it creates. The next thing is the pedal dance sink, crafted from natural wood and topped with a delicate metal leaf shaped faucet. This sink balances elegance and earthiness. It is the perfect blend of textures and sensations, ideal for sims who enjoy their hygiene with a touch of forest charm. I do want to look at the different swatches for this. It comes in similar colors to the columns and stuff. Same thing with this one. I love the little items underneath as well, and how the faucet looks like a leaf. It's very cute. The next thing we have is the Call of Nature. It says covered with a soft moss cushion. This unique design blends rustic elegance with modern functionality, offering a serene and natural natural retreat. Embrace the beauty of the outdoors every time you need to take a stump. Okay, we love a little pun. This is definitely a more like natural looking toilet, which I like. You could use this outdoors if you wanted to, but I also like that it matches the vibes of the sink. The next thing we got was the crystalline waterfall shower. High above the mountains, the waterfall cascades with crystalline water, its origins a mystery, creating a serene and magical bathing experience. How this water flows so perfectly, nobody knows. I do like the crystals. I definitely think I'll like the swatches. There's one that's bright pink. We have a purple one. It's giving obsidian from Minecraft. I really like this a lot. Yeah, I'm a fan of this for sure. The next thing we got is the crystalline jet bathtub. Deep beneath the cliffs, the rock is fused with crystals, their origins a mystery, creating a serene and magical bathing experience. How these crystals were chiseled from the depth, nobody knows. So this one looks very similar. You can obviously match the swatches. One of those looked really pretty. It has like little flowers on there. So cute. Definitely can see if you are not a fan of fairies. I will say there are some limitations with that in terms of usability of some of the items, like the crystalline waterfall shower, the crystalline jet bathtub. Like, I think they're very pretty, but I also see how it might be hard to use them if you're not someone who plays with fairies or occults. The next thing we have is the Leafy Lodge apothecary table. So this is a new item that allows us to gain the apothecary skill, and it says built to withstand the bumps, the spills, and repeated use, this rough-hewn table is a must-have for any apothecarist from novice to expert. Perfect for crafting the latest cures, luck charms, and even better, it doubles as a storage place for everything you could possibly need on your way to mastering this craft. It even comes with a few ingredients to get you started. Those dang squirrels will stash their goods just about anywhere. And then it comes in similar swatches to some of the other wooden items we've seen. I will say that pretty much everything in this, in this pack matches something in some way, and I do feel like a lot of the wood tones match the base game wood tones that we have, so you can find ways to mix and match in that way as well. The next thing we have is the Leafy Ledge apothecary storage cabinet. It says let this delightful cabinet hold all of your crafted cures and elixirs. Storing and retrieving your stash is made convenient and easy, not to mention stylish. So I think this is also a functional item. You can make your cures and your charms at the table, and then you can store it on this shelf. The next thing we have is a nature press. It says crafted from rustic wood and adorned with delicate carvings. This nature press is ideal for preserving natural ingredients foraged or gathered from a garden to decorate cozy items for your space. Simply placed on a table with a chair or on the ground for pressing. And it comes in these swatches here. I really like that blue one, and I'm very excited to see how this works. The next thing we have is the Forest Soiree bar. This one looks like it has like a little waterfall here, and I'm assuming that it's animated when we're in live mode. I think that is one of the prettiest bars that we've ever received. I love that the taps are little flowers, and it has a cute little stand here with like glasses. I think this is so pretty and gorgeous, and I will use this quite a bit. We also have the forest. Oh, this is huge. That is so pretty. Wait, what? It like moves. Okay, I don't know. I really like that. Wow. Oh my goodness. I have to put this into my Wings Club mansion when we make it. This is so pretty. I do think obviously if you want to use this indoors, you're gonna have to make your walls a little bit taller, but I think that's worth it because that is adorable. It says legend speaks of a master woodweaver who stumbled upon a gathering of fairies at a bar emerging from a majestic oak tree bathed in starlight. This vision endures in this bar's design, capturing the essence of a moonlit soiree. And then the bar back says echoing tales of mystical nights, the bar back reflects the charm of a starlit gathering. Its exquisite craftsmanship and natural elegance create a whimsical atmosphere. The next item we have is the Whispering Falls wedding arch. Very pretty, a just natural looking arch, and I feel like it'd be perfect with the bar over here, so you have like a full wedding set at this point. Crafted by respected fairy artisans, this wedding arch creates the perfect atmosphere for sweet nothings whispered by lovebirds. Frame your special moments with cascading foliage, creating memories that stand the test of time and look breathtaking too. We have the all natural apothecary stall, and this is where you can get a quick fix for an ailment or a quick buck. This stall specializes in buying and selling cures and elixirs. If you got an apothecary need, Todd probably has it. Disclaimer, Todd may not always be around or have it. Good to know. We also have the Num Nums market stall. Need some gnomes? Look gnome further. This stall has them all. The exact number of gnomes is subject to inventory. So cute. We love the puns. This one doesn't have swatches, neither does the apothecary stall. The next thing I'm going to show them all kind of together if I can. So we have the Terrasphere tabletop plant pot. This rounded design, we have the concentric tabletop plant pot, we have the boxy tabletop plant pot, and then we have the elegant orb tabletop plant pot. As now we can have indoor plants that we can take care of, and then you can choose which house plant you want to place. So it's mix and match. You would first choose the plant pot you want to use, and then you can pick any of these house plants to put in there. And they also have different swatches as well, and these are plants that you can interact with and take care of. We have a Boston fern, a monstera, a pothos, a succulent, an anthurium, and a ficus. So these are some of the different plants that you can take care of. I really like the succulent. And then as for the swatches here, we have some that have a more intricate design, some that are a bit more plain. We have this one that has like some ombre colors. We have this one that's just a bunch of wood tones, and some of them have like a sort of brick style. This one has like some that have more of a sheen and some that are a bit more matte. So they're all unique in their own way. Something else to mention, I know Business and Hobbies, you have the ability to make planters. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it would be nice if we are able to place those into those slightly bigger planter pots as well. So you could go and make them using the pottery skill, and then you can add your own custom plants here. The next thing we have is the Arbor Abode Fairy Home. I do believe that this is the one that you get for ordering the pack early, and this is the one that comes with the pack regardless of when you order it. Handcrafted from the stump of a tree, this fairy home has everything. So you can get fun, energy, hygiene, stress relief, comfort relief. It basically regenerates all of your basic needs like hygiene and energy. You can throw a dance party, and another plus side to all this excitement is the fairy dust. For fairies and non-fairies, this home provides fairy dust, which can be used for various magical activities such as enchanting plants or bringing gnomes to life. And then this one says, hidden among the trees, this fairy home is carved into a tree trunk to keep the secret of fairies. It's a perfect place for them to sleep and restore their energy. You can collect fairy dust after a dance party. I think they're pretty much the same except for like the style. So this is just giving you another like aesthetic choice for the fairy home, but just keep in mind that there is one that already is in the game. The only thing is if you order it early, you do get this one as well. The next one is the Midsummer Night's Swing. I think this is so pretty. I love the like romantic vibe. Honestly, I feel like a lot of this stuff is like what I think romantic garden stuff should have been. I'm like, this is literally the vibe. I really like it. I think it's so cute. We also have a Star Seed teleporter, which you can unlock by completing the Stubborn Misfortune Fable. We have Fern the Fern, which is this really tiny little plant here. Belle Abode. We have Uncanny Cane. We have Painted Plumbacé. We have I don't think I'm saying that right at all, but it's okay. We have Luck in a Pot. We have the Blooming Veil. So these ones are ones that go on the wall. We have the Floral Fall Display, the Vine Vignette, the Grove Garland, the Ivy Cascade, the Perennial Porch, which we already took a look at. So many plants. If you like plants, I will say that is one benefit here, because we obviously have the new house plants. We have these new plants that you can use to decorate and clutter with, and then we have these wall plants that you can use on the exterior or the interior, and they all have varying swatches with like more natural tones and then more colorful palettes. So definitely a lot of variety for the plant lovers. Another thing we received is this backsplash here with quite a few different swatches, but they do seem to go together quite seamlessly, which is nice. I do notice there's a slight like lighting difference between the top and the bottom one, but other than that, I do really like how they look. The next thing we have is the Everdew Wisdom Frame Pack. This one you unlock by reaching level 10 in the naturopath career while in the lifestyle coaching branch. We have the Woodland Whisper Mirror, which I really like. I like how magical it looks. We have the Looking Leafy Mirror. So these are the different color swatches we got for this one, and these are the different color swatches we have for the wall mirror. So we have a standing mirror, a wall mirror. We also have these new drapes here, the Divine and Vine drapes, which come in, you know, one for the single tile windows and then one for the double tile windows. And I'll show you some of the different designs here. All the same pattern but different color palette, and they obviously match each other, so you can use them together. We also have these new gnomes. We have gnome doff. Gnome doffs are gnome wizards left over from the times of the gnome wars. We have the plant gnome here, and then we also have the very fairy gnome. So cute, so adorable. I love that. We have the balanced carved wood decor, which you unlock by reaching level 8 in the naturopath career. We have Bun Bun, the freezer bunny with the cute little fairy wings in different styles. So adorable. A gnome coach art frame. So there's two different designs, one with a sim that looks kind of like a plant sim, and then we have a gnome and different frames for the pictures. We have the fungi fantasy getaway, which is so cute. It creates the illusion of a little portal to another world. Small but mighty cute, it will fool any fairy into thinking it's one of their own homes. Then we have the apothecary study set, which you unlock by reaching level 2 in that skill. Apothecary's tabletop organizer, which you unlock by reaching level 5. And then we have the balance reset kit, which you unlock by reaching level 5 of the naturopath career. We have the beyond belief rug, which comes in different styles and different colors, so a lot of different leaves that you can use to decorate your Sims home. We also have the forest floor, faux rest floor, because it's faux. I don't know. I like the pun. I don't see myself using this one that much, but I do think it's cute, and I definitely feel like you could use it to create like a more natural feel in the interior. We also got the House of the Forest rug. It comes in these different swatches here. So some of them have like a gnome, different animals, and it says embark a magic carpet ride in your own living room with this mythical rug selection. Choose wisely from gnomes or dragon. A rug says more about you than you might think. We also have the woodland ember fireplace, and then we also have the moss fire hearth. So one that matches that stone wall that we used earlier, and then one that kind of matches countertops. So we have different swatches for each of those, and this one has a little like clover imprinted onto it. We also have the explorer decoration set, which has like this little mirror and some cozy stop. Guys, what if we're actually getting pirates? Like now I'm like, what? This one has like little pirate ships on it. I know that there's something to do with the lore of the world, but I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a lot. Like we have a little anchor, a little pirate ship. I do like this castle and a little fairy design. If I see more like ship and pirate stuff, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. The next thing we have is the Fae fan bell, which is encased in glass. This flower is a blooming reminder of a magical journey towards the unknown, and I also like that it's worth 222 simoleons. We love an angel number. We have the Gossamer Glade canopy. Drape your bedroom with this magical looking canopy. I think this is so cute because you can place this over like the toddler bed if you want to give it like its own little canopy. You could place it over like a little seat and give it a more cozy vibe, kind of like that. Obviously, I'd have to have move objects on. You could put it over there like that. I think that canopy is adorable. You can also use it outside. We have this pergola. This is called the Sylvan Sanctuary pergola. It comes in swatches that match the wood tones of pretty much everything else in this pack. And then we have some cute little things here. We have the Avery Acorn Nightlight, the Shroomy Buddy toy, the Penny Pendragon, the Orbert Oak toy box, and then we have the Moonlit Mist dollhouse. We also have the mushroom staircase light. Oh, that's getting into the lighting, so we're gonna get back to that in a second. But I believe your fairies can interact with this dollhouse from what I saw in the trailer. It says it supports toddlers, supports infants, supports children, and maybe potentially fairies as well. Then we have this cute little night light. Some of them look a little sleepy or mad. I like that they have different emotions. I'm assuming these ones do too for the toy box, which is nice. And then we have this cute little dragon here and a cute little mushroom nightlight. Let's see. I'm sorry, but your loneliness is in another caster household. This cute mushroom toy is made to turn your home into a happy place. And then the Penny Pendragon has made her way to your home, looking for the love and care of her next owner. Now we will get into the lighting. We have the mushroom staircase light. the luminous Mycena lantern. This is the one that you also get for ordering early. So we've already seen all of the 3 items now. This is the 3rd item that you get for ordering the pack early. It's just a cute little lantern. I'd probably use this outdoors. Definitely cute for like a little garden space. We have the Floralux floor lamp. I will have to be putting this in Flora's room. Like, are you kidding me? That is so cute. I love this. Okay. We also have the Floralux ceiling light, and then we have a bunch of little lights that we can put on the wall, and they come in different wood tones. You can like combine them together, create your own like intricate designs. The next thing we have is the fairy haven light. It looks like a little fairy home. I think that's adorable. The leaf kind of looks like a bow on the top. I know that's not intentional. Or like a little heart. I think it looks so cute. We have the Forest Ray fungi chandelier. This one's more natural. Well, I wouldn't even say it's more natural. It's just one that has a mushroom instead of flowers. So again, can be used for different sort of vibes. We have a new mailbox called the Moss and Message mailbox. And then if we go back inside, we can look at the last few items. I'm going to bring back a dresser because now I see the items that we can hang on it are right here. From the Glimmering Gala Ensemble. I think these are so pretty. I love that they're the fairy clothing. Obviously you can place other clothes from some of the other packs that came with like hanging clothes, but this is so fitting. I love the different swatches, and I love that they match some of the items that your Sims can actually wear, similarly to some of the other ones that we've received. We've also got this leafy ledge dresser, so we have, you know, a regular dresser option as well if that's what you would prefer. And then we have this bookshelf here, the fairy tale story tree bookcase. Our walls are a little too short to put it over there, but honestly this would be nice to even have outdoors. There's one facing to the left, one facing to the right, and then we have the Nature's Nook bookcase and the Toadstool's Fable library. I think everything from this pack is definitely very fitting for a cozy, enchanting fairy vibe. If you like plants, if you like cottages, I do think that there is something for you in this pack. I will be honest and say that if you are someone who plays with more realistic gameplay, I do find that there's not going to be a lot of items that you can use in your everyday gameplay because it's definitely much more fitted to the aesthetic of this pack. However, I do think that there is still a little bit of something for everyone, and I do think that the gameplay will also provide something for those who may not be as interested in the fairy stuff. In terms of the neighborhoods, I will potentially do like a world overview, or that might just happen naturally when we get into the Winx Let's Play. There is a neighborhood that I feel like is more like of a regular neighborhood, and then there's a more like magical area, and then there's an area for like plant lovers. So there are different aesthetics in terms of the different neighborhoods in the world. So that is the story of the time that furniture fell from the sky in Innisgreen, and I hope that you enjoyed that story. If you did enjoy the story, then consider to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Alluring's YouTube channel, and show some support by leaving a comment down below about what you thought of today's video, and stay tuned for more Enchanted by Nature content coming very soon. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone!